global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello good people, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The trending video where some Rivers State women staged a walkout of an event which was hosted by the president's wife and also by the sole administrator's wife has gotten the attention of the FCT minister, who was at the time a former governor of Rivers State, and he has decided to react to it. It was trending. We saw what actually played out, where they had to stage a walkout, but they made their grievances known, which, as you're going to hear what Wike has said, it does not really rhyme. We have to make clarifications on that. Try to be very objective about this. Now, first of all, let's look at what did the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, said in his reaction. According to the news, the Minister of FCT, Wike, has condemned the walkout of the First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, by a group of women loyal to the suspended governor of Rivers State, similarly Fubara. It reported earlier that tension flared in Rivers State on Thursday as a group of women stormed out of a women empowerment event held at the EUI Center in PortHarcourt, refusing to be addressed by Teresa Ibas, wife of the state interim administrator, Vice Admiral Wike Ibas, retired, who was representing the wife of President Remi Tinubu at the event. The gathering, which was part of the Renewed Hope initiative, quickly descended into protest as the women began chanting and demanding that only Venerable Fubara, wife of the suspended governor Fubara, should speak to them. Reacting in a statement started by his senior special assistant on public communication and social media, Larry Olayinka, Wike described the walkout as an embarrassment to the people of Rivers State. The minister apologized to the First Lady and President Tinubu on behalf of the people of Rivers State. In his words, he said, "Insult on everyone representing First Lady of Nigeria in an event is a direct insult on the office of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces of okay, I'll take that again. He said, insult on anyone representing the First Lady of Nigeria in an event is a direct insult on the office of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and as a leader in Rivers State, I apologize." Wike, who is in China for official engagement, described the event as very disturbing and embarrassing, cautioning supporters of the suspended governor to desist from ridiculing the state. He counseled Fubara to demonstrate honesty by being bold enough to tell President Tinubu what exactly he wanted, rather than saying something today and doing another thing tomorrow. In his word, he says, "It is not enough to be visiting people to plead for peace. Those who genuinely want peace work and act for it. These are the same people pleading for peace, but at the same time doing things that are contrary to what they are pleading for. How can you say you want peace and at the same time you are sponsoring people to insult everybody, including the president and his wife? All those shenanigans won't bring peace, and I am sure they know that because they are not sincere with their up and down pleading for peace. As for me and those who subscribe to my leadership, we condemn in totality that yesterday's show of shame, and we apologize to our First Lady for the embarrassing conduct of those few women who do not represent the character and ideals of the people of Rivers State." That was the standpoint of Wike concerning that particular reactions. But then a lot of people also have spoken up concerning it. But I think we need to make things very clear, because if you check our feed, you're going to see that video. We must also understand that, number one, Fubara does not pay his supporters. There are actions that you see, you know that this is not a paid action. It is something that is very genuine. You can't buy it. You can go across board and ask people. Some people will say, those who are interpreting that they are being paid by Fubara and all of that. Nobody is paying anybody. What is right is right. I don't know if Fubara is the one that is paying virtually everyone who is talking for him. It is unconstitutional. We have to make this thing clear. There is no amount of empowerment that will make bringing in a sole administrator constitutional. We need to be clear about this thing, for the fact that unfortunately there seems to be a unwritten constitution about accepting certain ills in our society because it is carried out by some politician does not make it globally right or constitutionally based. It does not make it right. We have to be clear about this thing. Ibas, even if you go from north, south, east, and west, Ibas remain an unconstitutional leader whose footing, or let me say, whose personality is not recognized by the Nigerian constitution. This is democracy. He has no part in the democracy of Nigeria. So at any time that the face of that personality shows up, or whether his wife or anybody, that reaction is spontaneous. It's not something that you wish to see. It's spontaneous. If it was a case of the wife of Remi Tinubu came, or is a case of a representative, whether someone is from Cross River State, is a senator from Cross River State, whether he's a senator from any state of Nigeria comes in, that reaction wouldn't have been there. But a situation whereby someone they already have, earmarked or identify as an impostor on the position on River State, you are bringing the wife to come and speak to them. You're trying to let them understand that it's as though you are playing games with them, because for them, that person, no matter how you're going to paint that person, they would never accept that person. If, for example, Remi Tinubu was not there, the wife of Remi Tinubu was not there, and you bring in possibly the Minister of Women Affairs to come and speak to them, come on, that reaction wouldn't have been there. So we have to be clear about these things. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you place it, this reaction will keep happening. As much as they have done it, it's like I believe the women, what they're trying to do is to keep ringing that bell that this guy is illegality. He is an illegality. And if you listen to some of the statements that they made during that period, they keep saying that if it was Remi that was there, they will accept her wholeheartedly. If it was Varel that was there, Fubara, they will accepted her. Even if it was any other person, but not the person, the wife of that impostor. Because unfortunately, since he is unconstitutional in their eyes and in the eyes of the Constitution of Nigeria, whatever they try to paint, the people will not accept it. It was quite shocking, even when Ibas had to, during the workers, they speak to them. Nobody came to even listen. Was there anything like Workers' Day in River State? Of course, no, there wasn't. So just to let you understand that no matter how you guys are going to take this, because I think what they are trying to send out there as a message is whatever that is not in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, irrespective of who is doing it, and which is absolutely correct, irrespective of anybody that is doing it, anything unconstitutional, we will not accept it. So whether you tender apology or you don't tender apology, or make Remi feel as though she was looked down upon, let's try to clarify this fact. You cannot go against the Constitution of Nigeria and think that Nigerians at a point will just say, we don't have any this thing. The women, I love them. I just love them. Whether we like it or not, I love those women, what they did. There was no intention of disrespecting the office of the First Lady or disrespecting the President. But even if it happens that the President takes a position which, when it is looked through the law, it is not there, automatically the reaction will continue this way, because all of us, in the eyes of the Constitution, we are individual. Presidency is an office, irrespective of who is occupying it. So I think this clarification is very important, so that we won't begin to take side and see these women as though they are totally against the leadership of Remi Tinubu. They are not. Just do what is right. Even if you had given them emergency rule, but don't bring in what is not in the constitution, because they won't be happy. They won't accept it. And that is how we have to stop ills in our society. I'll leave it there.